You're just a big, fat panda.
I'm not a big fat panda. I'm the big fat panda. Skadoosh.
It's time to start counting down to the new year. Are you ready? Okay then, here we go!
Hello and welcome to Big Fat Panda, show number 31. My thanks to Theme Park Review for that great footage of the New Year's Eve fireworks. I kind of avoided the crowds for this New Year, so thank you. My guest for this month is Pete Werner from the Diz. Yes, he is here, Pete Werner from the Diz. That's got to give the Big Fat Panda show some street credit, right? I mean, Pete Werner from the Diz is here. I'm very excited. Let me thank my exclusive sponsor, David's Vacation Club Rentals at dvcrentals.com. Please check them out when you get a chance, dvcrentals.com. You will be glad you did. So I start this show on a rather somber note. The Osbourne Family Spectacle Dancing Lights, I get the title wrong, but you know what I'm talking about. It really did shut down and have its last run. It was a very emotional time for me. I didn't think I was going to get so choked up when they finally went off. I think it was the music. They played the Charlie Brown Christmas and the Mickey Mouse, Now It's Time to Say Goodbye. Here is a nice clip from that. Try not to cry.
Oh, there's a star above Serena's head.
Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company.
We're gonna get something better. It is sad. Stop it, don't make me cry. To think they're not coming back on, really? Alright. It's a little bit like a funeral, I know.
I think they're gonna put it somewhere else.
They have to.
Yeah.
With all the new restaurants opening up between Universal, Walt Disney World, Disney Springs, I'm starting to get back into the food reviews. We did a food review at Morimoto.
I love the food. I got the orange chicken. It was very good, not too sweet, which I liked. The sushi was probably the best part. I think if I came back, I would probably just try sushi. And I'm not even a huge sushi fan.
And on a separate day, no, it was not the same day as Morimoto, we went to the Boathouse. I have to tell you, I liked the Boathouse better. Morimoto, I think I expected a lot, and it was good. I have to have hot food, and if my soup is warm or even like not hot, I get upset with the whole process of eating. I just do. But the Boathouse, the burger, I'm not lying. I say something in the video that was, I'm joking, but the burger was so good. Listen to some of the comments on this burger. It was a triple cheddar burger. It was amazing.
It is pretty good. Not Panda.
Why, hello there, Big Fat Panda Show. How you guys doing out there in the internet lands?
Okay,
We're talking about food. Okay, we're talking about food. I got the triple big fat cheeseburger. I'm just kidding. I got the double, whatever the cheeseburger is with, I forget the name of it. It was glorious.
And I honestly thought that if there was a church for a triple cheddar burger, I would be worshiping. It was amazing. I did get a little hint. For those of you that don't like mustard, I'm scared that, so his spokesman said that maybe people wouldn't get it. Or say take the sauce off. Don't take the sauce off. The Dijonnaise with the 3 different types of cheddar made that burger really, it was a life-changing experience. Now, the Boathouse did not know that we were coming. It wasn't like they knew we were bloggers. We paid for our meal. Yes, I did have a Panda shirt on. David's Vacation Club Rentals got me some shirts, so you'll see me in these shirts a lot more. It will also benefit you. I'll explain later. But they didn't know that we were coming, and they gave us this dessert for free. Check out this dessert. It was absolutely delicious, and then the waiter comes and makes us sign waivers to go on the Amphicar rides, completely free. Now, the Amphicar rides, I believe, are $125, and they fit up to 3 people. I do think that's rather expensive. I had a great time. I loved it. I think $75 would be the perfect price point for the experience. It was a great experience.
Oh my God. Oh my God, that's great.
Coming in with a splash.
That's pretty awesome.
This is amazing.
This really is.
What goes out too? Chocolate covered strawberries and champagne for
You had me at the boat going out. Now you're adding chocolate covered strawberries. Okay.
It was a great day at Disney Springs. I mean, a lot of fun, and it's not even completely done. Parts that are opening up, or going to be opening soon, have crystal clear blue water. Take a look at this. It's really nice. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a tropical place in this area, this town center, with a lot of nice clear blue water going around it. I can't wait. On January 16th, I went to the first night of Club Villain. This was a dinner show, dinner show over at the new Club Disney building, which is between Rock and Roller Coaster and Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. It was awesome, $100. But I would go again. Now, people will say, is it worth it? To me, yes, it was worth it. But I didn't like the food so much, and I'm not a big drinker. So to those people, it would be even extra worth it. To me, it was worth it that I got to interact with face characters that are normally not in the park, and I didn't have to deal with crowds. The setting was great, the music was good, the sets that they made for the villains was awesome. Take a look at this. So to a fanatic like me, yes, that was worth it. I would do it again. I also got the opportunity to go to another dinner, which is Minnie's Silver Screen Dine. This was very similar, if you remember the holiday dine that I went to. It's in Hollywood and Vine, which is the restaurant when you first walk into the Hollywood Studios to the left. It's next to 50's Primetime Cafe, comes before it. It's the buffet restaurant. I rarely frequent this place except for one of these type of dinner experiences, these character experiences. The holiday one I thought was better. I just liked the costumes better. I just thought the whole feeling of it was better with the music. The one for the mini silver screen, they tried to make it feel like Hollywood. It just didn't. Nobody participated in the music that came on. The food was still very good. I think it was about $50. The food was still excellent. Sometimes I cover just the big stuff that's going on, and it was definitely a quieter month than past months with the holidays and everything. But did you ever see the JAMMitors? These are the janitors that come out of the woodwork at Epcot and start banging on, I guess a little bit like Blue Man Group, they start banging on their trash cans. Really, really talented guys. Don't miss them.
Yeah, no more dusting. No. Sweeping. No. Mopping. No. Windows. No, windows are a pain. Ow.
And now let's catch up with some new merchandise in a new episode of Mouse-A-Holics with Corinne Andersson.
Hi everybody and welcome back to Mouse-A-Holic. My name is Corinne Andersson and today we're at World of Disney in Disney Springs in the 2 huge new rooms part of the expansion. We're going to check out some of my favorite picks for the first month of 2016. Follow along. So it's finally getting a little chillier here in Florida. So one of my first picks are these new cool hoodies. First we have a Villains one starring Maleficent, and look at this hood. Isn't that cool? You're going to look like a true villain in this. But if you're like me and you're a little more of a princess fan, look how cute this is. You can get this hoodie, and it also features a little hood with a tiara, perfect for any princess. So one of my other picks for this month is these cute new socks featuring Minnie and Mickey, the perfect couple. And these are screen printed socks, but they're unisex, so if you're a guy and want to have these cutie socks on, you should totally get them. So my last pick for this month is these new cute Disney Babies plush toy collection, and this is one of the new releases, which is Queen of Hearts. And even though she's very cute, you see she's not that happy. Perfect for your kids to cheer them up when they're not so happy. So that was all my picks for January. If you want to see even more Disney merchandise, please visit these Disney Lifestylers on Instagram and make sure to come back next month for even more of my favorite picks.
So I get a box in the mail the other day, and I don't solicit prizes to give away on the show. As a matter of fact, we're going to change the way we do prizes on the show. In just a moment, I'll tell you about that. But I did get a prize from a company called Mouse Perspectives. And it is great that I am going to give it away as a prize on the show. I don't know if you can see this. I'm trying to not make the glare. What they do is, kind of abstractly, they find things in the park that look like letters. Things that are not readily apparent to you that would look like a D or an I or an S, and they can put your family's name, or they have every letter somewhere, and this just happens to say Disney. But check out if you get a chance, Mouse Perspectives, really nice framed artwork. So this one's going to go to a lucky viewer. How are we going to do this? You have to give this video a thumbs up, put a comment on the YouTube section of this video, any type of a comment, and make sure you are subscribed to BigFatPanda.com, which is also the same YouTube channel. How our prize is going to change. Starting this month, well, we'll have 2 prizes this month, what I just showed you, and one of the shirts. Yeah, I thought, so many people are asking me for t-shirts, Panda shirts, which really blows my mind. It's great that somebody even wants to wear the shirt. If I go to the park and see you in the shirt, I'm going to just do somersaults. It's awesome. So what I thought is, instead of giving away some stuff that I have, I'm going to give away a shirt every month. Could be girl or boy, obviously, and I'll let you tell me the size, and I'll have the company deliver it right to you, because I don't want to get into the business of selling t-shirts. The style and the logo is available online if you do want to buy one on your own. I won't make any profit or anything off of it, but for now, here's another thing. So there'll be another drawing. Same rules apply about, putting a comment, thumbs up, being subscribed, to get a Big Fat Panda shirt. So you'll be able to specify to me a few different kinds of colors, whatever size you want, and that shirt will be yours. So let me know if you're more interested in the plaque, the shirt, or both. Chances are you'll be in for both. So no matter how much I mention my exclusive sponsor, DVCRentals.com, people will get confused as to what it is, what the process is. They just released on their YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/DVCRentals, same as the website. They released a little demo video. It's an animation. Here's just a quick clip of it.
We're ready to make your dream vacation to Disney come true. Welcome! We are David's Vacation Club Rentals. We've been renting timeshares at Disney Vacation Club resorts since 2005. Here are some fun facts about us. Did you know we are the largest and oldest established Disney Vacation Club rental site in the world? We are Better Business Bureau accredited. We built our business on having fun while sending families like yours to Disney Vacation Club resorts at unbelievable rates. Sounds too good to be true, right? We encourage our guests to browse our website, read our reviews, and see what our previous guests have to say. You'll be glad you did.
It's about 2 minutes long, but it shows you how simple the rental process is. When you get a chance, go over to that website, the YouTube channel, take a look over there. There's also plenty of resort videos and room videos. So you can take a tour of the boardwalk. You can take a tour of a contemporary suite, a villa. You could take a tour at night of the resorts over there. These are videos that I do for them, and really we put a lot of work into them. I would love to get your opinions on them. Go take a look at them. My favorite is still the contemporary at night. I don't know why. And now let's get to my very special guest, Mr. Pete Werner from the Diz. I can't believe it. He is here in the flesh, Mr. Pete Werner from the Diz.
I walk among you.
I'm going to give you the hug.
How are you?
Thank you, sir. Oh, thank you so much for coming.
I have a question I need to ask, just because we really don't know each other. I'm not sure, do I?
Yes, but only on Sundays.
Okay, I see. Do I address you as Mr. Panda, or is it more informal? I call you Big Fat.
You know what's funny? Big Fat Panda came from Kung Fu Panda.
It's great. It's such a great brand.
And it's also a little bit of a shocking and disarms you from the word. So I've never had like these comments like, you fat, blah, blah, blah. Because it was
Embrace it.
Do you remember, what was the movie? Was it Pitch Perfect where she calls herself Fat Amy?
I haven't seen it.
She says, yeah, so that people don't call it to me behind my back. In any event, so a lot of people call me Panda, which is fine, or John for you is fine.
I was kidding.
No. You cannot be a member of this community and not know the Diz. It's become, to me, from my standpoint, you probably are too close to even see it, this conglomerate of itself that is its own thing. It's its own big thing between the forums and the shows and the Diz Unplugged. Did you ever see this happening?
No, never. No, this was all, I wanted to learn how to make websites. And so I sat down and just built this little website for myself, and people started showing up. And then it was like, okay, well, let's try this and let's try this. And, 18, almost 19, it'll be 19 years June 1st.
Was Disney always did you always have a passion for the parks and Disney?
That didn't come for me. I was a late bloomer. My first time in the parks was 91.
Really?
And I always wanted to go as a kid. My parents couldn't afford it. And I always said, when I grow up, I'm going to go to Disney. And the first time I did, hooked. Absolutely hooked.
So what was if there was a pinnacle inspiration to create the Diz?
Well, I was working for United Parcel Service at the time in their IT division. And I had been dabbling around with websites, and one of the managers there heard that I had done some websites. And in those days, this is 1996, nobody had a lot of experience with it. So they had this project they wanted somebody to work on. They tapped me for it. That's the kind of company, UPS, where you don't say no. I expected to retire with that company. I never thought I'd be doing my own thing. And so okay, I have to do this website for them, but I really don't know what I'm doing. And a friend suggested that I just build a site for myself just to hone my skills. And so I created this little Disney site. And
was it the Diz that you created?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And, I called it the Disney Information Station. And then, that was the name of it for a while. And then people just started calling it the Diz and that kind of stuff.
So that wasn't your name? They gave it their own, it became the Diz. It evolved in itself.
Right, yeah.
That's cool when it happens organically.
Yeah, it does. It is. So, and then, like I said, did the website first, and then a few months later, it was August of 97, added the boards. Just, let's try that. It was a Saturday morning thing.
The Diz boards are the only, I don't think anybody else could ever create a board.
Well, that just happened. That happened so organically, and I can't take really any credit for it. My job was to I put it out there, and then just try to make guardrails to keep everything from going crazy.
Do you still have to do that, or does it kind of police itself?
No, it does not police itself.
Okay.
No, it's an internet discussion forum. It does not police itself.
Let me tell you, it's a good internet discussion forum. I remember when Jenny Lynn Knopp, who now works for you, when we did Inner Mouse back in the day, we would check on the Diz. Are they talking good about us or bad? And you'd be shocked when you find somebody say something negative about you on the Diz. It was like, oh, it was a horrible thing, and you would only check to... Do they really, you too?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, it's one of the things I love about it is that it's
real.
It's real, and it keeps us honest and it keeps us focused. And a lot of times the feedback is really good. And I want that. I want that kind of feedback. You're not going to change from good feedback. You're only going to change from that critique. Now, it's the internet, so sometimes critique turns into
you have to get
character
2 or 3
assassination.
of the same, right. And you have to get the same critique, I think, a few times before you realize it's a real critique, because sometimes people just...
But also a lot of times if you're honest with yourself about your work, if you step back and look at it, you kind of know what needs to change, and then when you hear certain things, you're like, yeah, they're right.
Denial, right, yeah.
And so I like that. I like having that. Of course, the good feedback is fantastic, and I absolutely love that. But especially our audience on the show, they keep us real honest.
I like when I watch the Diz Unplugged, and I was mentioning to you before how you do keep it honest. And, I try to do that too. If I do a food review and I don't like something, like I did Morimoto, and it wasn't hot, the food, and I was upset that I paid that much money. I want hot food. If I have miso soup, it's got to be hot. And I say it like it is. You go even a step further.
I can get carried away.
When the Polynesian was under construction and they were still charging their exorbitant rates, I don't know what term you used, but you said only Disney could still charge these rates while they have plasterboard in front of your face. And it was funny because it was true.
Yeah.
And they were still booking it. And that was your point was...
And not only that, people were still paying it.
Right.
That's the kicker. I say this all the time. We hear it on the boards that people will complain about something like that, or people will complain about the price of tickets, yet they go out and buy it. So what I say to people is that if you're gonna buy the tickets anyway, shut up.
Yeah, I
shut
agree
up.
with that.
Just because I was one of those people. I was complaining, oh, look at the price of these tickets. But there I was, buying it.
Did you get a chance to go to the Villains dinner show, the $100 ticket thing?
No.
Okay, I went. $100. I thought it was well worth it. I'd go again. But it's all from the perspective of, I'm a fanatic.
Right.
I didn't drink a lot. I didn't even eat a lot because the food was weird. But having the character interaction without the crowds was worth the $100.
Okay.
Whereas somebody will say, is it worth it? It's such a hard question to answer.
It is. Well, that's why we say it all the time. We're telling you this was our experience. We encourage people not to make decisions one way or another based on what we say. Use this as part of your research. And, look around, because a lot of people have different experiences. So what, my experience was, we just we gave a pretty bad review to Hollywood and Vine for the Minnie's silver screen Dine that they're doing right now. Not hard to give Hollywood and Vine a bad review, but there are people who love it.
Yeah.
And, so we say to people, this was just our experience. Do your research, do your homework, and let this be part of that information. And,
So I understand you do a lot of work with Give Kids the World.
Love Give Kids the World.
It's one day after the camera's off outside, it's got a special thing with me too, with a cousin that I had when I was 12 years old. I mean, when I was 19, he was 12. Give me what are some of the things you do with Give Kids the World?
Well, we do a lot of fundraisers throughout the year. I had decided, I want to say it was 4 or 5 years ago, that I wanted to raise $1 million for them.
I remember that.
And I knew that it was going to take a while to do that, that we weren't going to do that in a year or two. But one of the things that Pamela Landworth, who's the president of Give Kids the World, an amazing, amazing woman, one of the things she had said to me about what they need the money, but they need the awareness, because they can't help people if they don't know they exist. So that's why I said, let's go for $1 million. It's going to take us a while. We'll get creative in the types of things that we do. And I'm really pleased to say that at this point we've raised over $350,000.
That's amazing.
For Give Kids the World. And we do all sorts of things. Our community, the audience we have on our show is fantastic. So they'll set up these meets all over the country, and we'll do silent auctions, and the team will go. We'll do a show at these meets, and some of these meets are raising $15,000, $20,000, $30,000.
You have to have a big celebration when you hit the $1 million.
Oh. Well, we're going to have our show is turning 10 years old, July 25th, And we're planning a really, really big weekend of fundraisers. And I'm really hoping to raise $100,000 that weekend.
If I can help out, you let me know.
No, we'll have you.
I'll come
Okay.
out. I will for that. Give Kids the World. A lot of people think of Make-A-Wish, which it is kind of interconnected, but they don't know that there's a whole resort for children,
Right.
or that are terminally ill or have something going on, and that it's a beautiful resort.
It's
and
incredible.
It's great. Okay, so there's a lot of offshoots of the Diz. Like there's the Diz Unplugged, which is the radio show.
Which is our video and radio, or video podcast.
Are we still doing the trip, which is?
Yeah, we are currently. The trip is winding up. It's run the end of February, and those folks are going to be kind of moved into different roles. Daily Fix, that's brand new this month. We started at the beginning of the month. Every Monday through Friday at noon, we put up a 2 to 3 minute video that's just about what's going on today.
That's actually those quick pieces of information.
Nice micro moments.
Yes, they're awesome.
And we find people are really enjoying that, so we're doing that right now. Of course, we have the Universal edition of the Diz Unplugged. These are all video shows. And then we have our Disneyland edition, which is audio only. It's a podcast.
Okay. How many channels are there for the Diz on YouTube?
2 right now. We have the Diz.
The Diz.
The Diz, and we have the Diz Unplugged.
The Diz Unplugged. Are you going to be going to the Universal Harry Potter thing?
No, I did that last year, and I was like, somebody wake me up when it's over. I love Harry Potter and I love Universal, but I don't know. I was like, oh no, I'm not doing this again.
Of the new thing,
because that's 3 days of my life I'm not getting back.
It's starting to get this to be the same thing. What of the new stuff coming to Disney between Toy Story Land, I'm going to say Pandora, I can't say Avatar Land anymore, and Star Wars, what are you most excited about?
Star Wars.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. That's going to be the game changer. I don't know if Disney's going to be able to keep it limited to an area of one park.
I know.
With the land that Universal just bought, or bought back, because they owned that land at one point and sold it. And
we don't know what they're doing with that, though, right?
They're going to build a theme park.
But we don't know what the thing is.
No, they haven't made any announcements. They just acknowledged recently that they bought the land in the first place, because they were keeping that a secret. But with Universal is going to open a third gate, and Disney's going to have to respond to that. So
they could have done a Star Wars park, couldn't they?
Absolutely.
They could have even done a Marvel park.
They could, and they still can.
They still could.
They still can. They have the land, they have the money, and they have something Universal doesn't have. They own their intellectual property.
Right.
Universal, you work with Universal on anything with Harry Potter, and the number of things that have to go back through Warner Brothers before Universal can do anything. Right, because
they're not the studio.
They don't own it. They don't own the IP.
Well, does Disney go through that with Avatar? Because it's
they will with Avatar, because that's not their IP.
I think it's 20th Century Fox.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm really looking forward to that, because the boat ride, I like that it's physical and we're not just getting more screens.
Right.
You work with Dreams Unlimited Travel. That's your travel agency.
I'm co-owner in Dreams Unlimited, yes.
What can you tell me about Dreams Unlimited Travel that I don't know?
I don't know. What do you know? We started Dreams in 1999. After the Diz had become, a thing. I was kind of taking a look at what the challenges people had booking their vacations were, and I saw a business opportunity. So I wanted to create something that was specific to Disney. So we really are a Disney. We book other things, but we're really a Disney-centric
specializing
travel agency. So, it was all about providing concierge service for the same price you would pay Disney. Our agents will handle making your ADRs. We'll help you with any special events you want to plan. They'll work out a daily itinerary for you. They'll handle making your FastPass Plus.
It's amazing how much goes into a Disney vacation.
People don't realize.
They do not realize.
And you've got two types of people. You've got the people who are the Uber planners who want to do this themselves, and God bless them. But then you have the people who want the experience but don't have the time, because we both know how much time it takes to understand all the ins and outs of a Disney vacation.
We have a fast pass for Mine Train at 3, and we're going to be at Via Napoli at 3:45, and it'll work out great.
Right, exactly.
They don't have,
Exactly. So having somebody handle this stuff for you and help guide you through that process, for some people, that's what they need.
So what is coming up? Anything new? Is the Diz going to change at all? What do you got coming up?
Well, we are
changing. Daily Fix.
Well, we are changing. We've kind of gone through a restructuring that I've been working on over the last few months that kind of took hold this month, where we're doing a lot more work out of the studio. We're pumping out a lot more content out of our studio. I've had to mandate, believe it or not, I have to mandate park time for the staff, myself included, because we were getting so busy in other things, we weren't getting into the parks, and it's kind of crazy for what we do. We need to be in the parks. So
imagine if your boss told you how to go to Disney World. You have to go today. You have to.
Standard issue for everybody who works for me full time is an iPad, an iPhone, and an annual pass, and a MacBook.
You're gonna get a lot of emails of people.
Yeah, I'm not hiring. I get that already. I really want to work for you. I'm okay. I love that you.
I
want
live
to
in
work
Missouri.
For me. And it's just I'm not hiring. And no, but it's no. Look, you know what? I have the best job in the world. I'm so blessed and grateful for what I get to do. I never, ever, ever, ever forget that. I never forget where I came from, and that, God was good, and I just kind of was in the right place at the right time. I don't look at this as I did something great.
You did though, but it's okay.
I had some good ideas, and I was able to do something with it. But if the audience doesn't come, if the people don't come, if the people don't respond to what you're doing, then you don't.
That opens up a great.
You're just
point.
a guy with a show.
I think when you start this type of thing, you have to do it because it's your passion. I notice everyone that does it with the thought of, I can make $1,
fails.
It never works.
Fails.
The money comes afterwards, usually unexpectedly, if you're doing the right
I've
thing.
always said it. Follow your passion, the money will come.
That's absolutely true.
Follow your passion, and that's with everything we do. And I think there was a point where I think you get to a certain point with something, and then you start saying, okay, well, we need to generate revenue here. We need to generate, and it was the wrong path for us to go down. And so I've really tried to move it back to, what do we love? What do we love doing? Let's just enjoy what we're doing, and let the rest of it work itself out. And I don't know too many businesses where you can really do that and it works, but for whatever reason, it does for us. And I think for a lot of Disney sites, that's how it works.
I can't think of anything better to close on but that. That was awesome. Where can, and I think people know this, but where's all the ways that we can find the Diz, except for just going to thediz.com?
Well, it's not the Diz, it's wdwinfo.com.
But I went to the Diz and it goes there.
It might. I think we own that URL, but
okay.
That's not the URL we put out there.
So we want wdwinfo.
I also own disneyinfo.com, but I don't use that URL. But
wdwinfo.
wdwinfo.com, that's the main site. Of course, dizunplugged.com if you want our shows. And then YouTube, youtube.com/wdwinfo for the Diz videos, and youtube.com/dizunplugged for all our shows.
I cannot thank you enough for
this
coming.
This has been great.
And I know that these people are going to love. I don't know if you saw the comments when I said that you were going to be on the show. The people were like, Pete's going to be epic. Pete's going to... I was like, I can't.
Oh, but don't put that pressure on me.
I can't let them down. So now you have to dance.
No, nobody needs to see that.
I'll try to have you back when we hit the $1 million for the Give Kids the World.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Great seeing you.
Yes, I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. And there you have it, show number 31. Thank you so much for watching. We'll have 2 guests next month. Dave Shute and Josh Humphrey will be here. They wrote the book, The Easy Guide to Your First Walt Disney World Visit. It's a really comprehensive book. They're going to be great guests. You're going to love those guys. I haven't interviewed them yet, but I'm assuming they're going to be great. Gosh, I hope they're great. Josh, if you're listening, Dave, please be great. And please let me remind you, if you, a loved one, a family member, friend, anyone is taking a trip to Walt Disney World, even if they have their accommodations already, check out the price cost calculator at dvcrentals.com. For whatever they're spending, if they already have it booked, they may be able to get a deluxe Disney villa for the same price or less. So it's a better accommodation for a lower cost. Check out the dvcrentals.com. So for this first show of the new year, I tell you again, go forth, create pandemonium, and above all, please give out those panda hugs to everyone. Thank you so much. I'll see you next month. Panda out.